For the Black Queens is a poem project I decided to put together. The whole goal for this project is to send out a message to my fellow Black sisters out there to let them know that they are loved, to let them know they are seen and appreciated, to let them know that if nobody sees their strength and their courage that I do, to let them know that if nobody sees how majestic they are that I do. I wanted to send out a message to all the Black queens out there to let them know that they are royalty and they are nothing less than that. I didn't want this project to be centered on only myself, so I reached out to a few of my fellow Black creatives to see if they wanted to collab and help me put this project together. I hope you guys enjoy this project as much as I enjoyed putting it together. I want to say thank you to everyone that helped make my vision come true. Black Queens, this is for you.
There's something about the way she walks, the way she carries herself. Her head held high like she don't need nobody else to tell her who she is, and that's the way that it should be. Whoa, she got that pretty brown skin, jam-packed with melanin, and the way she wears her hair, oh my God, I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm so caught under her spell, like a drug I can't resist. Man, there's no debating, baby girl got something crazy. Got that black girl magic, that black girl magic. Got that black girl magic, that black girl magic. She's bold, she's independent, sweet like honeycombs, but she's all about her business. Got that black girl magic, that black girl magic. Got that black girl magic, that black girl magic. She's strong, she's educated, stands out of her own, often underestimated.
Girl, I'm in love with your melanin, and your demeanor is evident. You carry something, no questioning, that a Black woman is heaven sent. I am so sorry the way that we treated you, got you comparing your skin tone. You the coveted woman, they wanna be loving you, someone we always depend on. I know we done played you and took you for granted, there's so many things that went wrong, but I promise to love you and always protect you. I swear that you never will end alone. I know we kidnapped your integrity, slowly trying to kill off your destiny, but I love you more than just sexually, cause you the Black woman that's made for me. You got that black girl magic, that black girl magic. Got that black girl magic, that black girl magic. She's bold, she's independent, sweet like honeycomb, but she's all about her business. Got that black girl magic, that black girl magic.
Dear dark-skinned girl, dear dark-skinned girl, you do not think you have the looks to prove to yourself you are good enough. You stare at the mirror every day to witness the blemishes and flaws that you think have begun. Begun after thinking light skin is the right skin. Begun after you have grown ashamed of your color. You even tried hiding beneath your skin, but my love, you are unique. You will never look like the others. You are still a shade darker. I am sorry, my love. You will just have to get used to disgust when your eyes lock with mirrors. As you scroll through your social media pages, all you see is society constantly praising light skins. Get yourself a light skin is what they proclaim. Dear dark-skinned girl, your thoughts are still locked in the fact that you are not good enough. You have become a member of Team Dark Skin, which nobody seems to love. Light skin is the right skin has now been tattooed on your heart. The way you think, even engraved on your arms to make yourself somewhat happier. You try on filter after filter after filter and won't stop until you find the one that makes your skin glow or seem lighter. You contemplating purchasing a skin lightening cream. The hydroquin and mercury may lighten your skin, but your soul will still bleed. You're feeding on the wrong thought. You need to love what you have, not hate what you do. My love, erase a picture of what you think perfect is. Nobody in the world can be you. You are 100% authentic. You cannot be copied. I shed tears for you because light skin is not what is in you. It is not what God wanted you to be. He wanted you to be dark skinned. In His eyes, you're beautiful and flawless with your blemishes and holes in your face. He still smiles down at you and calls you beautifully and wonderfully made. Dear dark skinned girl, You are dark-skinned for a reason. Your melanin shall remain a beautiful dark chocolate throughout all the seasons. Don't ever think society will not accept you due to your darker shade. My darling, society is just as flawed. Just allow God to be your umbrella when it rains, because when it rains, it pours, as you already know. But do not ever doubt what you have in and out, my dear. You're beautiful. Your chocolate skin glistens once you stroll inside a room. Your chocolate skin is magnificent. It may get darker in the summer, but God has blessed you with such melanin. Dear dark-skinned girl, have you ever considered the fact that those who claim to be team light skin or team dark skin have something to lack? Have you ever thought that they are so messed up that they think that is the only beautiful characteristic that God has placed upon their back? And why did the whites enslave the blacks? Because we were of a different color and shade. It is crazy how history repeats itself. Society really needs to change. Why can we not be team black? Why get specific when it comes to the shade? Because God loves us no matter the color, white, brown, purple, pink, even gray. Society needs to love us if we were colorblind. It devastates me that you think lighter is better. This thought is torn with our youth's mind. So darling, turn that frown upside down and smile for a change. We are not meant to resemble one another. God has a 괆ᴜᴜ range. Put down the bleach and listen to what I say carefully, because my time will soon pass and it'll be your turn to teach. Please do not forget that I love you dearly. Do not ever be ashamed to look in the glass. Your beauty cannot be any more clear. Do not even shed a tear, and remember to change. Society must start with the man in the mirror. Dear dark-skinned girl, you are dark-skinned for a reason. Your melanin shall remain a beautiful dark chocolate throughout all the seasons. Don't ever think society will not accept you due to your darker shade. My darling, society is just as flawed. Just allow God to be your umbrella when it rains, because when it rains, it pours, as you already know. But do not ever doubt what you have in and out, my dear. You're beautiful. Your chocolate skin glistens once you stroll inside a room. Your chocolate skin is magnificent. It may get darker in the summer, but God has blessed you with such melanin. Dear dark-skinned girl, you are beautiful. Dear dark-skinned girl, you are loved. Dear dark-skinned girl, you are magnificent. You are phenomenal in every sense of the word. Dear dark-skinned girl, you are exquisite. Dear dark-skinned girl, you are a queen. Dear dark-skinned girl, we see you, we love you, and we appreciate you. Dear dark-skinned girl, your melanin shall remain a beautiful dark chocolate throughout all the seasons. Your chocolate skin is magnificent. God has blessed you with such melanin.
I wouldn't be here without two things: God and a black woman. No disrespect to my pops, I love you. But you know what they say, there ain't no love like a mother's love. Queen, everybody can't rock your crown. You're one of the most neglected treasures on this planet. Smile at me, I hate to see you frown. You've held it down for centuries and centuries. I'm talking way more than a lifetime. You've been a mother to the entire human race. Your DNA's got to be the ultimate lifeline. From Henrietta Lacks, we got the immortal cell line, to your beautiful light that shines inside out. The Most High really took his time. See, history is his story, so of course it's told from a man's perspective, making everything you do number two. But in my eyes, there wouldn't be a number one if it wasn't for you. In this life, nothing even matters unless black women matter, and that's the truth.
What if a black girl knew that she would be desired by others only if she desired herself? That beauty is not a shade but a mindset, and the best indicator of it is self-confidence. As I talk some sense, insert here confidence. What if a black girl knew that her lips were plump and beautiful, that she does not need to hold them in, make them thin, does not need to rely on Kylie Jenner to make her lips an attainable thing? What if a black girl knew that there is no such thing as a perfect nose, because the nose isn't meant to be perfect, it's meant to help you breathe. And if you can breathe, black girl, you've succeeded. So what if a black girl knew that to be ratchet is a culture defined by the black goddesses whose weave could be any color and whose speech could be any kind of cross from slang to misplaced grammar? Such creativity, so what does it matter? Miley Cyrus does not need to twerk to generate praise for our culture. But what if a black girl knew not to be bitter, that her father, like her sons, were raised by black hands, and you see in your father what you eventually see in your man, for the molding of your father came from similar hands. So if bitter is the sculptor, then how sweet can be the man? If bitter is the black girl, then how sweet can be our clan? What if a black girl knew that her rubies were hidden in the sand? What if a black girl knew that her hair too was like finely refined wool, and not a fiber of her hair was the opposite of cool, but it reflects on the outside, the struggle on the inside, where natural meets the straightness that we take to our hatred for ourselves that we project upon each other? But what if a black girl knew that history recorded her as the most sought after, that her bosoms were like raindrops that wouldn't dry after, that her body was a magnet to worldwide wonder, and the jealousy was so great that it polluted the perception of a black girl until 1,000 years later? Now what if a black girl knew that she was that same creature that drove slave masters from wicked hate right down to love by the curves in her figure 8, but that figure $8 billion figures in the bank account of that Coke bottle corporation launched by the shape of that same figure 8. Figure out, black girl, figure out. The figures match. The years of social degrading deliver to the black girl's demise. Check your figures, media ratings. 1,000 Caucasians on the red carpet, only 2 black girls make the cut. And they wonder why we can't grow. Let me guess, because there are more dark girls than Lupita Nyong'o. But what if a black girl knew that life is what you make of it, and opportunities are what you take from it, and there will be no female black president if no black girl wants to become it? What if a black girl knew not to be victim, not to be Pacquiao, but to be Floyd, because this Mayweather leaves sun rays on our lawn? What if a black girl stopped waiting for the defeat to spring from our flaws? What if a black girl knew that she would no longer take the abusive relationship between her and the media, but decided to make wedding bands between her and her mirror? What if a black girl knew that change is possible and greatness is personal, and though it is black girls at the bottom of the social totem pole, pressure makes diamonds, so it's time, black girls, to make your diamonds glow? What if a black girl knew? 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 Knew.
Black woman, I'd be a fool to think there's something more astonishing than the way you wear your mahogany as if it's your birthright. I've seen it with my own vision. You're the only thing that's caught my eye but still worthy of the throne, because everything you do is a clear indication that God spent time on your creation. Black woman, when I was a man boy, I used to enjoy playing make-believe. I wasn't mature enough to understand your gospel, so I didn't believe in you. I just picked at your scriptures and filled in the gaps with my own conclusions without reading your whole story. But you are the most beautiful novel ever written. Black woman, you've opened me up in ways that can only be explained through divine intervention. When life felt claustrophobic, you were the opening on fire escapes, climbing through my exposed wounds that were too sensitive to touch. Black women were privy to my secrets. I only expressed the rooftops where endless screams were heard and tears are forgotten. They carried a lantern through my darkest corners and found the remains of my self-love. A black woman made my potential her deity. She's the only one that truly had faith in what she was yet to see. Black women are known for their curves, but carry most of their weight on their tongue, strong enough to lift a man's spirit. Oh, I love my black woman. Black woman, you are deserving of so much more. I speak on behalf of the men that have failed to protect you, always having a justification for why your skin doesn't deserve to be abuse-free. and would rather you pay for their sins because they're too broke to take accountability for their actions. I will humbly become your living sacrifice. I'm indebted to you for all the senseless men that see you as no more than a commodity and turn a blind eye to your trauma, leaving you with the permanent sense of arrogance that smells like male privilege. I'm indebted to you for all the men that have remained silent in the face of your mistreatment and rejection when you need us to be the reverb that echoes your sentiments, black woman. Your womb carries our baby, so I put respect on your name. And I'm eager to love you because for centuries I was forbidden to out of fear of losing you, black woman. I want to be your organ donor. I promise to give my heart to the one that needs it most. You, my black woman, not only at first but at last will be together because you mean the world to me. No other woman on the planet has endured the plight you've experienced, so I apologize in advance for the men that misinterpreted your strength as some sort of posturing that says you're better than them. Through all their insecurities and projections, they're yet to see that the motion picture of your life has always been a frontline war. And when one man is down, you gotta pick up your bootstraps and keep on surviving. All black women are surviving. How long will you have to carry the load down lonely roads before we step up? Black woman, you are enough. There is nothing missing from your recipe. You are the brown in my sugar, the flavored shot of caramel in my coffee, the grinds of cinnamon in my heart. Our love can't be measured, but we add up. We are God's match before human mutual interest and cosmic compatibility. I've cheated on self-hate and I have a love affair with your melanin. Your beauty is never in question. I'm ready to give your feminine energy a comfortable space for your temporary moments of weakness to find refuge. I'm committed to removing the barriers built by men laid with bricks cemented with infidelity, lust, and lies. I want you to hold on to your attitude, but allow me to bag the angry chip on your shoulder created by false promises of headship that couldn't anchor your stability. Black woman, I am your black man. And I know some days it doesn't feel that way, but trust me, I'm your ally. And I'm hurting too. But with courage comes great sacrifice, and I'm committed to removing that fear for you, black woman. Never be apologetic for your sense of strength and responsibility. It's you that continues to restore the black man's dignity. And when we rise, I promise I will not stop your right to human liberty. Black woman, you are my equal. And I don't find your completeness a threat to my manhood. So allow me to be the sum of a man that loves your total woman. Black woman, let me love you.
You have such a beautiful mind and immaculate natural skin. All the diamonds in the world do not compare to you, my African gem. And everything about you is magnificent and spectacular. No matter your complexion, you still exemplify the essence of Africa. To express to you, but even when you at your worst, I'll try my hardest to execute and bring out the best in you.
For the black queens, for the black queens, for the black queens, for the black queens.